Hi, my name is Sarish Sudhakaran, and in this video, we'll analyze the cinematography of Rodrigo Prieto. The goal of this video is to inspire and provide you a starting place to learn more about his work. Rodrigo Prieto started out with commercials and low-budget horror and exploitation movies, then graduated to movies that clearly show a polish and maturity that is astounding. And this is before he met Alejandro Inarritu, with whom he made Amores Perros, the first of a trilogy of movies that connected three lives in mysterious ways. The next two in the trilogy were 21 Grams and Babel, each one more ambitious than the last. Yet, they all share the love for the handheld, visceral camera, real locations, and the study of human communication and how we react when it falls apart. Together, Inarritu and Prieto utilized different ways of shooting each aspect of the story visually. They used a variety of film stock and processing techniques I won't be going into here, but there are other interesting and unique ways they tackled this challenge. The first was with color, which is a fairly established technique. Each character has a definite color assigned to them, and a common color that shares their destiny. This is clear in 21 Grams, where Sean Penn's character is shown with cooler tones, and in opposition Del Toro's character is warmer. Naomi Watts is more neutral. As the movie progresses, it becomes warmer in general. Even with other movies, Prieto continues this technique, like in Frida, which uses color to clearly demarcate different areas of the artist's life. The most extreme example of this is in Alexander, in which the battle scenes set in India were shot in infrared stock, and with a little help in color grading, have an ethereal feel. The most interesting technique Prieto uses to differentiate parts of the story is with the format itself. In Babel, they went so far as to shoot the Mexican sequences in 3perf Super 35, the Moroccan sequences in 16mm, and the Japanese sequences in anamorphic. And since the movie was finished in 1.85:1, the anamorphic ends were masked off. In Beautiful, they used anamorphic and Super 35 as well to differentiate two facets of the main character's life. Prieto did something similar in Argo too, shooting 2perf for the Iran portions to make it grainier. Rodrigo Prieto prefers to shoot on film, though he is nothing if not pragmatic. In Scorsese's Wolf of Wall Street, Prieto shot most portions in film to get better skin tones, while shooting night scenes with the Arri Alexa. When hand-holding, he started out with the light movie cam JL, but then progressed to the Arri Cam Lite. He operates whenever he can, and this gets him up close and personal with the action. Finally, in Passengers, he has fully transitioned to digital, shooting with the Alexa 65 and Panavision Primo 70 lenses. Talking of lenses, in the spherical format he likes Zeiss Ultra Primes and has recently also shot with Master Primes. When he shoots Panavision, he picks the Ultra Speed Mark IIs for spherical and the C-Series for anamorphic work. Recently, he has also used Hawk anamorphics. In his earlier work, he liked to shoot a lot of flares and preferred lenses that weren't so clean. He also uses diffusion on his lenses when looking for creamier skin tones, typically the Tiffin Black Pro Mist filter. Otherwise, he basically sticks to ND and polarizing filters most of the time. When it comes to lighting faces, Prieto favors the 3/4 lighting style, with an opposing hair or rim light that's not hotter than key. Most times the key is overexposed by 1/3 of a stop, which is 1 or even 2 or more stops over the background. This is a style more predominant in his recent work. As far as fixtures are concerned, he's a tungsten guy, and prefers to use larger tungsten fixtures over HMIs whenever possible. He's also a huge KinoFlow fan, and uses KinoFlows for all kinds of lighting. One interesting technique of his is to use a bank of KinoFlows in a frame on the ceiling, like a makeshift softbox, above a layer of diffusion. This is typically less than a foot high, so it can be hidden from view. His crew also rigs custom egg crates or louvers that could easily be attached with Velcro to add direction to the light. Even though he uses all kinds of diffusion, the one I've read he uses the most is the full grid cloth. On exteriors, he tries to not light if possible and sticks to reflectors. Another frequent technique of his is the use of color gels. He likes to use strong saturated gels in contrasting ways to put his actors in their own worlds, like for example the Storaro collection. He uses similar principles when shooting under night streetlight. At night, he likes to keep colors neutral, and one technique he often uses is to gel his lights with a quarter CTO and a quarter minus or plus green so the blacks aren't compromised. Rodrigo Prieto characterizes his style as naturalistic, and the idea is to create images that don't look lit. He is a huge believer in the power of color grading, but prefers to get the images right in camera first. I hope this brief video makes you curious enough to learn more about the brilliant cinematography of Rodrigo Prieto. My additional notes, insights, and personal opinions are available exclusively on Patreon. Supporters also get to see these videos 24 hours before it is made public. You'll find the link in the description. To learn more about Rodrigo Prieto, please watch his movies and read his interviews in the American Cinematographer magazine and elsewhere. If there's a favorite cinematographer whose work you want analyzed, let me know. To see more videos like this one, please subscribe. There are lots more on the way. Bye now.